Fucking stupid. All right, guys. I apologize for that technical difficulty earlier today. I wonder how many times that's actually happened. When I send out a link and it's the incorrect link. So I apologize for that. Give me one sec. But I also did play with my audio, so you guys should be able to hear me a lot more loud and clear. So I hope you guys can hear the difference on the audio today. And if it does get too loud for whatever XYZ reason, then you guys could also let me know. So all right, guys. So we'll keep an eye on that. We're gonna dive into the meditation session. All right. This is a really easy meditation. I've done it a couple of times with this group. You guys will probably find it familiar, but I think it's such a good video. And the description on the link for this video is on the description below. So that way you guys can check it out on your own personal time as well. You don't have to be here on the session to see it, but this is a really good audio. So check this out.
This is your conscience. Today I'm going to share something with you. Psst. This is your conscience. Today I'm going to share something with you that I put together for myself a very long time ago. If you don't believe in tapping into the mind, meditation, or the benefits of affirmations, or if your trading has no room left for improvement, please thumbs down this video and close it immediately. For those of you who are struggling with discipline, self-control, managing your emotions, please put on some headphones and enjoy. You are a disciplined trader. You are in control and focused at all times. You are calm and patient. You are humble and respect the markets. Tread cautiously, but with confidence. Cocky degenerates are part of the 90%. You are part of the 10%. Sit on your hands and snipe with a kill shot. Be selective for that one good trade. The markets move slow. Don't jump the gun. Your job is to react, not to predict. There's nobody standing over your shoulder. You are your own boss. Would you fire yourself for trading this way? Day trading is a serious business. This is a dream job with unlimited potential. Would you rather work in a cubicle? Be mindful, never be careless, always be self-aware, and most importantly, always give a fuck. Consistency is an equity curve that is a slow stair climb, as few trades as possible. Pushing and pressing leads to emotions, bad decisions, and impulse trades. This is a marathon, not a race. You are at your best with 2 to 3 trades a day. History has proven this over and over. The plan is 2R, all or nothing. This is pure probabilities. Don't be greedy, don't get rattled out. Remember Tesla and remember Weight Watchers. Long term, large enough sample size, the math will take care of itself. There are 3 outcomes in a day. 1 and done and plus 2R, 1 for 2 and plus 1R, or 0 for 2 and minus 2R. 1R a day is 20R a month. This is consistency. Everything else is boom and bust trading. If you aren't satisfied with 2R a day, you aren't happy with 40R a month. 1 and done in the first 10 minutes is a job well done. Pack it up and go enjoy your life. You deserve it. Amateurs give back a week worth of gains in a day. Gamblers keep trading after reaching goal. Remember the days you went from goal to max loss. Noobs do this and hate themselves afterwards. Remember the regret. Overtrading leads to being emotional. Overtrading leads to addictiveness and compulsiveness. Do not relapse. Overtrading leads to the Hulk. Your equity curve will have wild, erratic swings. Why would you watch the markets if you're done for the day? Do you prefer $3 in commissions or $300? Accept the red day or small green day. Tomorrow is another day. We live to trade another day. Fighting for greed results in high commissions and wasting your time. Don't force trades. The unintentional no trade challenge is something to be proud of. Black is better than red. Taking garbage trades is like throwing away your money. We want to have good trades that don't work out, not embarrassing trash. Do not FOMO or chase. Impulse trades leads to money leaving your account. Don't piss away hard-earned gains on a shitty trade. It takes seconds to destroy hours of work. Be aware of the time and cognizant of the patterns that we are looking for. If you've made it this far, then I still have your attention.
All right, guys. So that was the meditation session. It's a little bit of a guided meditation, just kind of to remind you. I really like that ending. It says, "Don't piss away your hard-earned work on stupid trades, right? On unnecessary trades." So just remember to enjoy the fruits of your labor. I feel like everyone's so eager to get to $1 million that they end up losing $1 million on the way to $1 million. It's crazy. Okay, guys. Let me finish setting up here. Drop some threes in the chat if you guys can hear me loud and clear. The audio's a lot better today. Let me know in the chat if the audio is a lot better today, because I need some feedback on this, because I know for sure it's been way too quiet. I've been reviewing the videos. I don't like what I'm hearing. Let's see if it's loud and clear for everyone here. Cool, awesome. Boom. I think we got it, guys. Sweet. Let's dive right into it, since the open happened like 5 minutes ago. I know some individuals are eager to see what's in the market, and honestly, so am I. I'm really happy and blessed to be here today. Let's dive into it, okay? So this is the DXY, and we're looking at the monthly perspective, okay? On a monthly perspective, guys, this zone was the one that we were looking at below these lows. These lows came into it. I mean, we came into it 4 times. The 4th time was the charmer. We did actually just explode to the upside from there. And by the way, for anybody who's asking in regards of the video, okay, so in regards of the video, you can actually go to the link, go to the description of this video, and then I left a link there for your everyone to have, so you guys can all access it through the link on my description. Okay, so it should be easy to access for everyone. All right, all right. Okay, so on a monthly perspective for the US dollar, I am looking for more longs. Now, my monthly goal was this high right here. It did get hit, and so we only have another 10 trading days in this month. I am going to just mind the, I guess we have less than 10 trading days in the month. We have another 10 days in the month, but less than 10 trading days. So for me at least, this right here is done. I'm not gonna look to go to trade anywhere beyond that. It does, and if it does go beyond that, it's fine. I will go from a weekly perspective and perceive the market instead. So on a weekly perspective, guys, I am pretty bullish. I remain bullish. I know structure is telling us otherwise at the moment, but I am pretty bullish. We are in this previous area of accumulate of distribution. We did take out internal liquidity, which was that previous monthly high. And I really like price action in this area because it is giving us a strong level of resistance, meaning price is struggling to trade through these previous areas of distribution. See how we came into this one, rejected, came into it again. And so here we came into a previous monthly high, or our internal liquidity, and then showed some levels of rejection over the couple of days. But now, on a weekly perspective, I am looking for this weekly high right here. Okay. But I'm also really okay with price action taking its time. If we end up taking the rest of the month to take out this high, so be it. Let price action do what it needs to do. It's so far we've had 3 consecutive bullish weeks on the month of August. If we have another fourth, I'd be really shocked if it was just a very explosive fourth bullish week. But overall, I am anticipating another bullish week and a bullish month for August. Okay. For me, my daily objective was previous daily low. We did hit this last night, so now I'm actually looking for price action to get back into this gap right here. You guys can see it a lot better right there. And then there's another gap kind of up here, which I want a little bit more. So I'm going to stick with that second one up there. A little bit further up, more in Asian session, the one that overlaps Asian session here. I believe it's this Wednesday to Thursday candles. Okay, it's that nice gap right there. I want to see price action get back in there. That's my overall next daily objective, you could say, because this one got hit before New York. So I'm setting my second one. And so overall, I just want to see price action get back up there. And if we range in here, there, then we'll range. But overall, I see it ranging from this low to no further than that. These 2 orange lines. I do see price ranging between these 2 orange lines. So now let's dive into indices. Nasdaq is in our previous area of accumulation. We have came in very deep into this imbalance. We almost closed it all the way through. Nasdaq is extremely bullish on the monthly perspective. Here on the weekly, we are extremely bearish. We did come into this insufficiency here. Okay, I do like this imbalance quite a lot, to be honest. It's a previous area of accumulation, so now we're getting some really good rejections to the upside. Okay, now because weekly is still bearish, I'm gonna remain bearish, and I am looking to see if we get back below previous weekly low and this previous weekly opening gap there. Okay, now on a okay, I'm on the wrong one. That's why I was wondering where are my markups. Okay, I am also looking at this imbalance here. Seeing if price action finds some level of resistance within here. Maybe we stay up here or we start crawling back up. And you here on the daily, you can see it a lot better. That imbalance on the daily, and then we are trading within this imbalance here. Now, for me, this was my daily objective, was the low of that imbalance, and we actually did hit it already. So I won't be surprised if we get some level of rejection to the downside. Okay, because the DXY is pumping, I want to see some level of rejection to the downside from this imbalance that we're currently at. This blue imbalance, and then this current daily imbalance. But overall, if I am going to short, I am only looking for shorts 50% and above of this range, ideally. Okay, that doesn't mean I only take those shorts, but unless we have some clean liquidity down here, or we make it back 50% and above, I'm going to be looking for longs into that area, or wait for the shorts, right? I could sit out of the longs and just wait patiently for the shorts to set up. But overall, this is my daily range. I want to see price action get back in there. And if we do start distributing, I want to see us come back to our new week opening gap. Okay. So that's really it for me on that in terms of NASDAQ. Dow Jones. Guys, on a weekly perspective, we're extremely bearish. I want to see price action return back into this imbalance up here, 50% and above. And here, I want to see us return for a weekly objective to the previous weekly low. On a daily perspective, I want to short 50% and above of the weekly range. If we get some nice distribution, weekly range, 50% of the weekly range and above, that's ideally where I want to see these. Now, that does not mean I won't take my shot here in this imbalance. I do see that we are going to be shorting off here pretty soon, but I'm not going to be looking for that previous weekly low. If we do short off, I want to see us short off back into this imbalance right here. Okay, this bullish imbalance. I want to see us short back into the high of that bullish imbalance, and that would be the main objective. Probably even right here. I like this one a lot more, the bearish imbalance, just because it's a slightly higher and it lines up pretty much with 50% of this daily wick. Yeah, basically, just about. I like that area a lot. So we're looking to target that for the shorts. The 4-hour is bullish now on Dow, and maybe we get back below Asian lows or London lows and find our accumulation. But as of now, I don't see anything clear. Nothing's really clear for me that's like jumping at me for any shorts, longs, anything like that. What really gets my attention for the longs though is this imbalance here. Okay, you can see that bearish imbalance really well there on the, it's a 4-hour imbalance there. Maybe we have some reaction out of that area as well. We'll see once we get into those areas. NASDAQ giving us that divergence, really not giving us that reaction to the downside as much as Dow and S&P have. S&P's kind of chilling in the same price range. Dow is the only one that's really pushing to the downside as DXY is pushing higher. The 4-hour candle just opened on DXY, okay? And then the 4-hour candle is just about to close on indices. All right? So we're going to keep a close eye on the 4-hour on DXY and indices and the way we end up closing after this 10 a.m. candle. Yeah, that was melting pretty nicely. I love it. This short right here, out of this 5-minute, 30-minute imbalance, this is beautiful. Yeah, I'm still looking for these longs here. Maybe Dow will give us an opportunity to continue to short off to our daily objective. Nasdaq coming into that previous area of distribution, but really no signs of bearishness on Nas. Zero signs. S&P with the signs of distribution. But overall, looks like it's going to come above these highs easily. So we'll leave that there. We're going to look at Euro USD as well. I know I have a lot of forex traders on here, and I love Euro. Okay, so we're going to look at Euro. I just want you guys to know. Oh, there it is. Overall, this is what I'm looking at Euro. Okay, let's see on a weekly perspective. Let me take this down a notch. Okay, so that way it's not too crazy. But overall, this is what I'm looking at for Euro. I'm looking at previous weekly lows and objective. Okay, I want to see some shorts more deeper into this imbalance. I know this imbalance on a lot of your guys' cases hasn't even been tapped into. Okay, on my feed, it's already been tapped into. Friday, we stopped dead in the tracks of this gap right here on the Euro USD. Okay, I go with the futures feed. I mainly just stick with it. You know, I mean, sometimes it may bite me in the ass, sometimes it doesn't. But for the most part, if we do end up getting a retracement, maybe we come back into the imbalance that we create today. But today, I do see it more as we're in spots where are too close to the liquidity sweeps, where I'm ultimately see today be more of a liquidity buildup day than a liquidity run. But I could be totally wrong. We still run for liquidity. But as of right now, what I'm seeing is these imbalances and insufficiencies getting created all across the board on a daily time frame on every single asset. You guys can kind of see that on a daily, weekly, right? And so it gives me the impression that we may continue to build up some more liquidity for the month of August. August has been full of liquidity. Okay, but overall, I am short for Euro USD. Today, we did take out previous daily high, came into previous area of distribution, and have been distributing since. Not the cleanest distro. This just came over previous daily high and started distributing recently. But nah, these are clean. Imbalance, short, breaker right here. There's a breaker candle. An imbalance within that breaker. Nah, this right here was it. To the Asian low. I've tried to find the graphic you use, Mini Dow, but the one that I found is a yeah, so the ones that I look at, guys, so to look at futures feed, you have to do one or two things. Okay, to look at the futures feed, you have to either have a futures broker and that connects to TradingView, and then TradingView lets you have that for free, or you have to pay for it. Okay, I don't know how much it is monthly. That's something that you guys will have to check out on TradingView. Go to your settings, profile, account, and billing, and go check it out. Go check out the different add-ons that they have. But there's one add-on where you could add e-minis and futures. Okay, and that's the one that you want to add. Again, I'm not sure how much it was. I think it was like $300 a year. $5 $5 US. Damn, it's that low? I thought it was way more than that, to be honest. Yeah, I thought it was way more than that. But no, that's perfect. So, okay. So $5, that's all you need to get this feed monthly, I believe. So what broker do I use? I use Tradeovate. You guys can see the name right down here in the bottom corner. Oh, I guess you guys can't. I use Tradeovate. It's in the bottom. But no, you guys can't see it, unfortunately. Maybe if I move this up a little bit, maybe you guys can. Nah, it's okay. Give me one sec. Tradeovate. Yep. Yep, perfect. Thank you, Santiago. Mance has been tuning in for sure, you could tell. Yeah, nothing yet. Okay. I do like how Dow did take out our Asian or our London low. I do like that a lot. S&P showing us that rejection finally. I'm still not convinced on S&P that we're gonna move lower. I'm really not convinced on this accumulation. It does look like we're gonna move higher on S&P before we start moving any lower. As of right now, currently, unless we take out this low, Dow with that divergence. You can get in with just one contract. I'm not sure what you're referring to on there, Santiago, on your last comment, but yeah, DXY is flying. Dow respecting that 4-hour imbalance. Yes, that daily imbalance and that 4-hour imbalance that I was mentioning. There's that daily imbalance that I drew out at the beginning of the session. We're respecting that very nicely. Yep. Just being patient. All I'm going to do is wait till 10 a.m. So, actually, give me just one sec. I'm going to go get some water and I'll be right back. But we're going to wait till 10 a.m. That's ideally always my trading window. All right, guys. So as I mentioned on the longs, the only way that I'd be participating on longs is if we swept some major level of liquidity. And so here on Dow, I do think that this intraday low getting taken is enough liquidity. So if we get an accumulation here on Dow, I will be wanting to participate on the longs. I'm gonna take off this daily insufficiency on NASDAQ just to keep the chart more nice and clean. Gonna take off this gap. Yep, I love the way that Dow respected. Let's look at the 5-minute imbalance here. I like that. Maybe we come to this low end, and I will take a trade if we come to this lower end based off this breaker and imbalance there. But honestly, I would love if we took out 9 a.m.'s low. Okay, I'm gonna take a long here, but just know it's gonna be a lower risk because I want to see if we get back down below this low. Now this low did sweep liquidity. Okay, this low did sweep liquidity already, but that doesn't mean we can't take it out one more time. But as of right now, my stop loss will be right here. You know, and if it does take me out, it does. We'll see what it ends up doing. But ideally, I'd love to see 9 a.m. get taken out before we go long. Now it's going up. S&P also, as I mentioned earlier, that 5-minute accumulation was very nice. I know we were coming down, but either way, I was looking at these longs to this high. And I believe that I just got stopped out of Dow Jones. Yep, I got stopped out of Dow Jones. Very small loss. As I mentioned, I want to see if we get back down below that 9 a.m. Or if we end up accumulating from here, it can take place. Yep. Can take place. If we get back into this blue shaded box, I'll take it again. There it is. Okay. We'll see what happens out of this accumulation. Dow struggling to move higher for sure. NASDAQ getting some slight retracements. S&P slight retracement. Maybe Dow does a deeper retracement and takes out 9 a.m.'s low. As of right now, I'm gonna leave my stop. Excuse me. Sell stop. I'm gonna leave it right here. Oh, that's way too high. Right there. And again, we can keep distributing. Price action is bearish on Dow. I do like this long though, but maybe we just continue distributing one more time. I already pushed the button, so it is what it is. But maybe we end up distributing one more time, and the other two just end up going higher. 4 hour on SDXY. 1 hour's bullish. 4 hour just playing around in the same area. I'm getting some sort of distribution. You know, our DXY bias is just not supporting these longs, so I'm going to actually get the hell out of the longs. And they can play out. They can definitely play out, but the thing is Dow is weak. Okay, so now check this out. Dow is weak and having a hard time going higher, and DXY is pretty strong, and I'm bullish on DXY. So if there's any asset that I'll go long on, it would have been one of these guys. Obviously they're way up there already, and it's definitely not gonna be Dow that I'm gonna be focusing in terms of the longs. Definitely not Dow. I'm gonna let this kind of just be for a little bit until we see like a clear directional bias, because as of right now, Dow could continue moving down, or it can definitely go up higher. And I don't mind not being at the bottom of a move. I really don't. I want to be profitable, not the best. But you're gonna choose DXY. DXY, if it does short off, I do want to see it above these highs, more into that box right there. So as of right now, nothing for me. Fabio says, can you explain why you use TradeAvate and why not MyForex funds or others? Because MyForex funds or others are not future brokers, and I want to trade futures. I don't want to continue to trade margin. I want to just trade futures market from now on. The futures market, to me, has more of a prime, price action. On top of that, don't you think it'd be a lot better to trade directly off the same platform that you do your markups, and trade the exact same assets that you're doing your analysis on? Unless that was my train of thought, is I rather trade directly on the same platform that I'm doing my analysis on. And I love TradingView. So that was a big reason. Another reason is because on futures brokers, there's no spread. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but if you guys ever see me take a trade, like, my trade gets activated at the very same spot where price is. So there's no spread. Another one is because the biggest traders in the world trade options and futures, right? And so I personally want to follow in the steps of some of my mentors, and most of my mentors, if not like a good chunk of them, I say like 90% of them are futures traders. And so it just makes sense for me to switch over to futures and trade futures. We're inside that daily imbalance. About 50% of it has been already tapped into in terms of S&P. We're still accumulated on S&P. Took out that high. But yeah, Fabio, to answer your question, I love my Forex funds. Don't get me wrong. I love my Forex funds. But I personally, I would not go back. And it's mainly because on Top Step, the parameters are so tight. I don't think I'd be here today if I didn't tighten up my parameters. You know, when I was trading with my Forex funds, I was risking like 1% per trade, 2% per setup, and it was just way too much. Way too much. And I never really thought about it because, you know, you have 12% fucking overall drawdown, 5% for the day. I have 2% for the day and 3% overall. 2% for the day and 3% overall day, the overall drawdown, max drawdown. That's a fourth of what most of these prop firms are offering. Only a quarter. So with these really tight parameters, I learned how to be a really conservative trader. I learned how to be really disciplined, wait, patient. I've developed as a trader way more with really tight parameters than I have in any other way, because the level of discipline that you have to have, that you need to embody, is very high. It demands a lot of discipline from you. The shorts are playing out really nicely. I like these shorts right here on the S&P. If we end up taking out this low, ideally it'd be nice, but this 5-minute low would suffice. Okay, but so far we're still bullish on the 5-minute. So we'll see what ends up happening. But so for right now, this is intraday liquidity. Okay, this is the only intraday liquidity that I see has been taken out. I like this intraday liquidity. We'll see what ends up happening after we take that out. Okay. Silly question. What's the difference between futures and margin? You're looking at a futures. You're looking at futures contracts, and it's quarterly contracts. So for example, this is the contract of September. So for before the September, we start a new contract, right? September is a new quarter, starts the new quarter. So from here to, you know, from what is the quarter before that? So it goes from January to, I believe, March till June, June till September, September till December. So in next month, you guys will see me not trade the September contract. You guys will see me trading the December contract, right? Because we'll be closer to the next quarter. But basically, these contracts have expirations, right? So you know how most people trade and they get taxed. The reason they created the fucking futures, I feel like, is more for of a tax reason. But in futures, you can't swing. In futures, most contracts have expiration dates, and you can't hold usually overnight or anything like that. So because you can't hold, you get taxed differently. You don't get taxed short-term capital gains on futures. And I'm pretty sure that's why most big traders switch to futures, because the taxes are way less when you're dealing with a futures account. Now, I don't really deal with that because I'm with a prop firm regardless. I'm a contractor through them. So I don't really deal with that. All of our payouts get taxed as income anyways. So that is why the main reason why people switch to futures. I'm pretty sure it's for the tax purposes. Also, too, like the feed is prime. Like this is prime feed right here. Anyways, guys, I like S&P for shorts. Yeah, I do believe that we can maybe even use this imbalance here as an inverted imbalance, and maybe we come close below it and then come back to it and then continue shorting off. When you say 12% overall is monthly, that's the monthly drawdown for my Forex funds. I mean, not the monthly drawdown, the overall drawdown for my Forex funds. I like these imbalances here. Mainly this, the 50% of this one right here, which is a little bit lower. Boom, right there. This would be my final trade for today. I wouldn't want to shoot anymore. Excuse me. Fabio, you got me a little confused on the questions. For anybody who has ever wanted to try out like margin or futures, do try it. Like do both. You know what I mean? Try both. Like try a prop firm, try a futures account, try a crypto account, try options. Like try these things out, guys. You have to. Like we're traders, right? You have to find out what works best for you. And then the only way that you'll be able to figure this part out is if you test these things out. When it comes to, the MyForex funds, prop firms, when it comes to prop firms, period, I can only speak from personal experience. And my best experience was and still is MyForex funds. Would I switch to my Forex funds from futures? No. There's certain things there's tremendously great things about my Forex funds, and there's tremendously great things about Top Step futures accounts or futures prop firm. And they both have pros and they both have cons, and they both can be, determined more by the individual than by an opinion, but an outside opinion. And so I believe that everyone should experience futures at least once, options at least once, stocks at least once, cryptos, margin. Everyone, we're traders, man. We're traders. Like this is our identity. This is who we are. There's NASDAQ. There's our daily objective on DXY. Yeah, it's about to get hit. Basically already hit. The withdrawal methods. So for most prop firms, it's either deal or crypto. And for my forex funds and Top Step, it's the same, deal or crypto. Asian liquidity hit. Maybe we start dropping again after this. I wouldn't be in favor of the longs again. You know, Nasdaq doesn't look like it's gonna short at all. Nasdaq looked like, you know, it's ready to just keep going from here. Watch Nasdaq after we take out this low. Just keep an eye on it. Watch the accumulations. S&P, I don't think it'll get to this low, unfortunately. Maybe it'll take out this current low right here, and then I'll just keep going. Nasdaq, that low, as I mentioned. Just watch the way we react out of that low. $15-minute imbalance being respected so far. Looks like we're gonna respect it. Yeah, for the most part, my daily objectives got hit. Yeah, Dow ended up coming down to down to that level pretty nicely. You know what? Sometimes I make that mistake as well, that I don't stick with my already determined bias. Should have just stuck with the. Next time we'll just stick with our original daily bias, which was overall the shorts into this area. We would have played that, honestly, we would have been pretty sad today. Look at that. Boom. Sexy shorts. JK, they're not sexy, but good trades. Now, this is that internal liquidity low on S&P. So I'm very curious to see what happens here if we get this push to the upside. Yeah, Nasdaq respecting that low and imbalance overall. closure below this imbalance. That'd be nice. For hour looks like it's going to respect this previous area of distribution, but honestly, again, I'm pretty long in terms of down of Nasdaq until we get to 50% or above. Yeah. Look at the way that it's falling. Interesting. This was our shift in structure. Liquidity. Dow just continuing to that low. We're about to hit. We hit it. We hit our daily objective on Dow. Complete opposites, right? Complete opposites. Except Nasdaq is now getting with the program. Dow comes right to our area, guys. Daily objective hit on Dow. Yeah, S&P was beautiful. I just didn't see an imbalance yet, unfortunately. I did want to take S&P for sure. I just didn't see the imbalances. So whoever did participate on the short's beautiful. S&P is a beautiful asset. But yeah, no, we are in previous areas of accumulation on S&P. Dow. Dow's deep in discount. And then Nasdaq on the 1 hour. Nothing clear. Right through this low. Right through the low. Bearish breaker right here. Maybe we come back to that later. You know what? We haven't done a quote in a while. We're gonna go over a quote. I'll pick it I'm gonna pick it randomly. Sorry, something distracted me. I'm gonna pick it randomly. Okay, 1 sec. While we wait for price action to do what it's gotta do, right? Might as well read a little bit. Like if this would have just happened, ah man. No imbalances. That's the thing. That's the thing that got me here. It's no imbalances. We were waiting for just a little bit fucking higher, and it never came. Very curious to see what ends up happening in here. I really am. Maybe we come back to it tomorrow. I don't know. Very, very curious. Melting. All of them. No insufficiencies as of entries. For me, Nasdaq was up here, but no break either. I think Dow was the only one that really gave an insufficiency. I was looking the wrong direction. But overall, I mean, that one was clean right here. This one right here was not. So it's a very tough call. I don't think either way, if I didn't take the longs, I still wouldn't be a part of the shorts. Because as of right now, there's zero evidence. Maybe we get a pullback. We'll see. But let's see. Rafael said, "Hi Honcho, do you think Nas is getting ready for buys in this previous area of accumulation?" I think that if you look at the 4 hour, it's a little bit more clear. If you see the 4 hour, what do you guys see? And the daily. Look at the daily time frames to the left. I mean to the right. So you're looking at the 4 hour and daily to the right. Would you buy here? Is my question. If we were looking at this range from this low to this high, would you buy currently where it's at? Given how the 4 hour looks and the daily time frame look. Wow. Okay, wait. I'm gonna start this quote because I just opened the page randomly to this 116 of nothing you don't already know. Yeah, I know I've read a couple of pages from this, but we're gonna read one more, and this one's pretty interesting. Okay, it's just funny how this one came across. The more you focus on the results, the slower the process. The more you focus on the process, the faster the results. What are the fucking odds that we run into this quote, right? Like, what are the odds? That's so cool. I don't remember reading this the first time I read it, this book, but what are the odds, right? So cool. There's no such thing as coincidences. We truly do attract every single lesson, experience, create everything in our imagination. I imagined, Steve Harvey said this the other day, and he was like saying that the God is the imagination in you. So the God within you is your imagination, and so you first create through your imagination, right? Which is the God in you. So your imagination is seeing creation, the creator, through the creator's eyes, right? So imagination is seeing through the creator's eyes. So I imagine that we would run into something like this, and it's cool that here we are. Okay, so the quote again: the more you focus on the results, the slower the process. The more you focus on the process, the faster the results. Okay, we don't achieve results by focusing on the results. We achieve results by focusing on the efforts that lead to the results. For example, if you want to lose weight, you don't lose weight by consistently looking at our weight or by longing for a perfect body. We achieve results by consistently making improvements to our lifestyle. If we only love the fruit, we may not be willing to take care of the tree. But if we love to take care of the tree, we will most definitely reap the fruit. The results we want tomorrow are manifested by the rituals we implement today. Focus on the rituals It's all about the process. Fall in love with the small steps, and the big results will eventually come. I love that part. Okay. If we only love the fruit, we may not be willing to take care of the tree. Wow, how powerful is that? How powerful is that? If we only love the fruit, we may not be willing to take care of the tree. How many of us have been obsessing about the fruit? We're just so obsessed with the fruit, right? Trying to reach the apple, and mistreating the tree. Right? But if we love to take care of the tree, we will most definitely reap the fruit. Awesome. I love it. We'll keep reading bars from there. Jerome. We'll keep taking bars from that book. That book has a lot of really good quotes. And Raphael said, I wouldn't buy 50% and above. That's awesome, bro. I'm glad that you saw that. Okay. And if it does buy, then let it buy. If you wouldn't buy 50% and above, if that's what your rules are, then don't. You know, for me, everything should be getting in a pullback. NASDAQ imbalance right here. So I just kind of did it just because my confirmations are there. So sorry, just needed to do that. So yeah, like you mentioned, I wouldn't buy 50% or above either. I would wait till price got below 50% and long from there. So casually took a short where somebody asked me to take a long, or asked me if I would long. It's not to like, this wasn't obviously to prove anything or anyone. This was because the trade setup was there. The trade setup is definitely there. And on Mondays, I don't look for anything crazy. I just look to be, see, 14,800 is even more beautiful number, and I'm gonna stick with 14,800 flat. That's what I'm gonna be aiming for in this short. Have you ever read "Lead the Field" by Earl Nightingale? No, I haven't yet. I'll definitely check it out though, bro. I'm gonna definitely check it out. I'm gonna add it to my list real quick. Give me one sec. And whenever somebody gives me a book, I love to add it to my Amazon cart because otherwise I'll forget. It's called Lead the Field. Oh, man, the book just sounds amazing. Perfect, bro. Added it. Thank you. There's this really cool. So I had a breakthrough this weekend. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys listen to ICT or have heard of ICT or anything like that, but he's a very blunt individual and has very blunt lectures. You know, he says things in a way that people really don't like to accept it, or, you know, and I've always really enjoyed that approach, and I've always noticed that I have that approach with my students as well. I'm very blunt, direct. I don't beat around the bush. You know, I can be sometimes, you know, some people think that it may even come off as rude. And so I've always had this battle of, am I being blunt or am I just being an ass? You know what I mean? And I know a lot of you were probably like, why is this fucking trading related? But wait for me here, all right? Wait with me. Because I didn't know the meaning of. Hold on. Hold on. Let me show you guys. Okay. I didn't know the meaning of empathy. And I've always had a really hard time acknowledging or accepting empathy. I didn't even know the meaning of it, to be honest with you guys. I've always slacked in that aspect. Probably one of my weakest characteristics is being empathetic towards other individuals, which is honestly something that I've always strived to work on now. I noticed that I was lagging on my end, and so I want to work on being more empathetic, right? And so I never really knew what it was and what it really meant, okay, until I was reading over the weekend, and this book is called it's called this isn't towards anybody, by the way, okay? I just read. I love to read, and these types of books love to show you really good lessons. This is Dealing with Difficult People. It's an emotional intelligence series that was created by Harvard Business Press. Okay, so by Harvard University Business, Harvard Business. Okay, they came out with a series that's called Emotional Intelligence. So there's a bunch of these books. It's a great series, great series. And so this one is called Dealing with Difficult People. I don't have difficult people that I'm currently dealing with, but this book has so many gems. So many gems. And I'm going to show it to you guys right now. By the way, on this, we can come to the breaker. We can come to the breaker and then continue moving to the downside. That is a possibility. I'm not going to move my stop loss. But we can go to the breaker. If we stop me out, then it stops me out. Whatever. Honestly. That's my last trade of the day. But we can get to the breaker up there and then move to the downside. The objective would be the same. Okay, so check this out. Okay, so I've always had a hard time dealing with this. But this is talking about how to use the reverse lens. Okay, the reverse lens in dealing with somebody or a difficult individual is this lens requires viewing the world through the lens of the person who is triggering you. It doesn't mean sacrificing your own point of view, but rather widening your perspective. Okay, it's nearly certain that the person you perceive as difficult views the situation differently than you do. Okay, with the reverse lens, you ask yourself, what is this person feeling, and in what ways does that make sense? Okay, or put it more starkly, where is my responsibility in all of this? Okay, now with the reverse lens, you grow empathy, right? But check this out. This is how you grow it. Counterintuitively, one of the most powerful ways to reclaim your value when it feels threatened is to find a way to appreciate the perspective of the person you feel devalued by. It's called empathy. So usually when people are really rude to you or anything like that, it's what this told me. It's not clapped. It is what it is. Okay. What this is telling me, basically. Yeah, that short looks so attractive. Will you do it, Bash? Will you do it? Will I? Yes. Okay, last one. Last try of the day. We'll for sure leave it there. Why wouldn't I just move my stop? Because that's not the plan. That's not the plan. Okay. We'll leave it there. Okay. We'll look at there. All right. So what this is telling me is not that, okay, how to reclaim your power. Now this is saying to be able to understand the other perspective. It's a great tool is to value, okay, or appreciate the perspective of the person that's devaluing you. Have you guys ever felt devalued? If somebody hasn't like ever made you feel unvaluable, unappreciated, right? It's in our human core to feel valued. Okay, so usually when somebody threatens your value, your self-worth, a lot of people get on the defensive, right? But instead, what you can do is learn to appreciate their perspective, because that completely disarms the other individual, completely disarms them, right? So I love this. So when your value feels threatened, to reclaim your value is to appreciate the other person's perspective that's devaluing you, and it's called empathy. Because in their perspective, they could just be giving you like constructive criticism. You know what I mean? They could just be giving you guys constructive criticism, but in your eyes, it's getting devalued. And this is how misunderstandings come. Not everyone has like the best constructive criticism. So anyways, I just thought it was a really good read. Thought I'd share that with you guys. And we'll just let price action do its thing. Yeah, I really like that breaker. So, but Nas is the most bullish out of all of them. So if we don't take the lows, I shorted the incorrect one and I went long on the incorrect one. Man. It's all good though. Not the end of the world if that ends up taking place. But I am going to leave that right there for that breaker. That's the bearish breaker right there. It's also the start of a 15-minute imbalance right there. So that's the 15-minute right here. Hold on. Boom, right there. You guys see it on the left? I mean on the right. Fuck. On the right. Things pumping. Is it because Asian low is gonna distribute DXY? It definitely could. It most definitely could. It is a great possibility. Is it gonna pump or dump? Don't know. I'm personally just trying the shorts for the final time. Final try. Even though, like I said, I don't like where all of these other ones are at. We are in those previous areas of accumulation where I'd like to see some accumulation take place. Took out internal liquidity on Dow. In a previous area of accumulation on S&P. Previous area of accumulation on NASDAQ. Yeah, it's just not clear, honestly. Yeah, guys, let's just leave it there. It's just not clear. I think right now I'm just fucking taking trades just to take trades. Just because I want to see this shit short. But I don't think it's clear. I personally don't believe so. The shorts would make sense now, but DXY is like counteracting that. Maybe we end up distributing on DXY from here. And so it's just not following. It's not the most probable conditions, right? You want to be in probable conditions, not conditions that kind of look doubtful. So going to, now that it's in profit, we're like, it's really hard to close the trade that's in profit or winning. But if we take this low out, or if we start reversing, I'm just going to close it because, again, I believe that we can move lower from DXY, and that just doesn't align with my Nasdaq bias. You know, it really doesn't. Especially because we're just not seeing that rejection. Like, we need to see that at least like melt or imbalance, some level of insufficiency, and it's not taking place. So yeah, personally just gonna probably stay out of this market. Create an imbalance or something. If we respect this 1 minute imbalance, then I'll leave it. But if this needs to be left open, you know, it needs to be left open. Like, that imbalance we can't come back and touch that. Otherwise, to me, like, the whole thing is invalidated. That should be what you call the breakaway gap. And the breakaway gaps, you don't want to see them get filled. You want to see an imbalance in the direction of which the trade that you're taking, and you want that breakaway gap, or what we call, should not get filled. Okay, should not get filled. Nor should we be coming back to it, right? So essentially, this would be my new stop, the breakaway gap. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna walk my wife out the door. 1 sec. All right, is the breakaway that yeah, it ended up respecting for now. See if DXY wants to return back to the upside and kind of push Nasdaq down. But as of right now, I'm just gonna look for an immediate low or go break even, because yeah, I don't think that DXY is complementing our setup. And that imbalance is the breakaway gap that I want to stay open. And if it doesn't stay open, then I don't want to be a part of this trade. We'll talk more about breakaway gaps in the future. Good morning, brother. And thoughts on Dow? Let's go look at it. Usually I don't like to partial out too much, but given current market, we're gonna partial those out. These buy limits, we'll partial them out like that. So again, if it doesn't respect that imbalance, the breakaway imbalance, then I don't want it. And if it comes back into it, it's okay. That's not a trade that I want to be a part of. Imbalances. Let's see. Yeah, we'll have like a whole market mentorship overview. So this is how things are gonna go. Look, Monday mornings are gonna be for our live trading sessions. Tuesday mornings are going to be for our outlook of the week, review of Monday if anything did take place, but mainly for the outlook of the week. Okay, and then on Friday's market mentorship overview, we cover the trades that we took during the week, but we will cover in a lecture form. Okay, so we will usually be talking about a specific topic. Okay, usually we will be talking about specific topic. Okay, and then in terms of Dow, again, yeah, I just kind of see these shorts can play now a little bit more. They could play around and come back and respect this whole bullish like price action. That's very much a possibility. There's 3 hours left. There's no doubt that we can crawl back up, without a doubt. But as of right now, this doesn't look like the accumulation that's just going to, take all of this. And then maybe we take this high one more time before we dump. Like, who knows how price action is going to do or what it's going to do. We just follow the plan and follow our confirmations. And if they're not aligning, we're not forcing. Remember, every blessing in your life will come to you. It will not be forced. We talk about a lot of cool stuff on this on this channel. For reals, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna completely close it at that first low due to the XY, but overall, targets are just getting hit. Not a high probable scenario to hold. But goddamn, if we get it, it's taking its time. Look at all that liquidity building up to the downside. It's just building up liquidity right now. And we're a part of it, essentially. Like, yeah, we're a part of the liquidity as of currently. Yo, do me a favor. Drop your favorite lo-fi playlist on the chat. Drop your favorite lo-fi playlist in the chat. What do you guys like to backtest to? What do you guys like to give me some fire playlists? Spotify preferably, but YouTube works too. I want to see what you guys be jamming out to in the mornings, or when you're backtesting. What is your chart jam, right? What is your oh shit, forgot my London close alarm. That was so loud. Lo-fi fruits. Lo-fi fruits. That's two people with the same thing. Huh. Interesting. Snap. Look at that. Oh shit. There's we can stop. Oh no, we didn't. There it is. We're out. Cool. Slight little bag. Guys, so while I'm on here, I'm going to give you guys. So I've been trading futures for a full quarter now. I've been withdrawing from them for a full quarter now, and I can honestly tell you that right now I'm trading with some of the coolest rules when it comes to a live account. Okay, when you're funded with TopStep, you can withdraw every 5 profitable days. There's no, if you have a fat ass day, right? If you had for whoever asked for the NAS longs, now they look attractive. Whoever asked for those, now they look attractive. But so every 5 profitable days, and a profitable day is considered after $200. Every 5 profitable days, it doesn't matter if you have one big ass trade that consumes, that takes makes up most of your profits. It doesn't matter. Like, you can have one $2,000 day and then 4 $200 days. You can still withdraw after that 5th day. But what's interesting is when I first started withdrawing, I withdrew and I was like, oh look, I got some fucking withdrawals finally from futures, and I was super excited. And then I saw the message and it says you can, so I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's my account, it's at a $3,000 balance with 150k or 300k in leverage. Okay, so now I have 300k in leverage, but the accounts, once you're funded, always start at 0. Okay, so now I'm like withdrawing for the first time, and then I see the rule and it says you could only withdraw up to 50% of your account. And I'm like, okay, cool, you know, no biggie. I can only withdraw 50% of my account. No biggie. You know, I after 30 profitable days, you get to withdraw 100% of your account always. Okay, I was like, you know what, no biggie, that's perfect, right? And so withdrawing, and then it says the next rule is once you request your withdrawal, the account can never go below 0 or you lose it. So then I'm like, shit, the first withdrawal I did was only for 100. It was only based off my first 150k with them, and it was based for like a $4,000 withdrawal. So I was like, damn, like I don't want to withdraw 2,000 and then be left with only $2,000 of cushion. Like that's pretty tight to me. That's pretty low. And so I figured out, and I was like, okay, so that also means that you can build up your cushion. That's what that means. A lot of people will be like, oh, that cuts your cushion down really tight and blah, 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 and really pisses you off. I was really happy when I read that, because what does that tell me? That I can build this account up to like 10k, and as long as it doesn't go below 0 or it doesn't get to 0, I can add on as much cushion space as I need. I can add on as much cushion as I need and keep as much cushion in there as I need. So no longer will I have the daily drawdown of 2%, or I'll still have the daily drawdown of 2%, but I won't have that max daily drawdown of 3%. The max daily drawdown is my whole account, which is cool. Like, It's a badass. I thought so. A lot of accounts get set to like to 0, then you get to start over from there. But I thought it was a badass way to set the rules. I think they're smart as fuck, to be honest. Anyways, we're out of the trade. So that was a short, okay? It was based out of this imbalance. I mean, out of this breaker. And so the breaker started right there. That's why I took it a lot lower. And then you basically just put your stop loss above the breaker, and then, you know, that low was the objective. For a Monday, guys, Mondays and Fridays, this is the type of stuff that I look for. Like Mondays, Fridays, boom. I want to just be done type of shit, you know? I want to be by say clean. Yeah, easy peasy. Easy. I don't look for anything complicated. Super easy, straight to the bag. And you know, today we did work for it. You guys saw that. I mean, shit. Dow was the long that I attempted, clapped, and then Nasdaq short clapped, and then boom, we got it. Right? So 2 stop outs, 1 profit. Not bad for a Monday. I'll take it. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'll take it. Anyways, guys, I believe that it's getting about that time, right? Maybe you're looking at the longs. If I was trading, I'd be looking at some potential longs, but I'd be very cautious about it because today could be a straight up, the rest of the day could be straight up liquidity buildup, which today to me has been pretty like what liquidity have we ran on Nasdaq? Look, just peep. What liquidity have we ran on Nasdaq since we opened? Asian low? That's it. That's the only liquidity that's been ran on Nasdaq. Asian low. Dow and London low. Previous daily high. Yeah, okay. Look, previous daily high. Nasdaq. Oh yeah. Previous daily high, I suppose. But that's about it. I mean, we ran those before the market even opened, before we were even on the call. Right? So to me, I'm going to take my luck. I'm going to call that luck, and I'm going to say, okay, cool. The market provided what it gave me. It gave me an opportunity to, one, correct my mistakes, and it gave me an opportunity to retrieve some from the market. I'm not going to get greedy. I'm going to take what I got, and I'm going to go on about my day. I'm going to have an incredible Monday. I'm going to go probably play some video games for a little bit. I have a couple one-on-ones today. And yeah, guys, I don't know about you guys, but love you guys. Have an amazing Monday. Have an incredible rest of your week. Be sure to reach out if you guys have any questions, comments, or observations. And if there's anything else that I could help you guys with in terms of trading, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always happy to be here. And then tomorrow, by the way, I want you guys to tune in to Technical Tuesdays, because I have a guest for Technical Tuesdays, okay? On Technical Tuesday stream, I will have Nate from Abundant Capital come on here with me, and we're going to run up a couple of charts. We're going to look at some trades. We're going to start it a little bit earlier tomorrow, depending on his schedule. And yeah, he's going to come on here, and we're going to look at some charts together. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the call tomorrow. I'm looking forward to learning from each and every single one of you, hearing from you guys as well. And I'm just grateful to be here. Grateful for your guys' time and energy. Like, the call stayed, above 10 individuals the whole call, which is awesome. I love it. All right, guys. Stay blessed. Take care.